Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Paste Studio. Today we are live from the Manhattan Center with Dessa. Hi.
Hi.
How
How's
are
it going?
you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here. Dessa has a new album out now called Chime, and there are some really interesting themes on this record, which we'll get to in a minute. But first, tell us about the first song you're going to play.
We're going to do a song called Good Grief, which is one of the first singles from Chime. And I'm joined here by two of my band members. This is Cara on piano, and this is Matthew. And let's do it. Okay, Matthew, I need to cheat. Will you give me the key?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. I got snow in my pockets, went down again head first. Laced drill bits to my point shoes, pirouette through the hard winter pay dirt. Night falls, day breaks, time is a funny kind of violence, and I'm trying to keep in mind it can't leave you the way it finds you. Good grief, I've heard people say it, what a phrase, what a state to be in, but I don't know where they go to get that feeling. Good grief. My knees stay clean, not much for praying. I do my own stunts and my own saving, but there's something amiss, something I've been missing. Maybe good grief. How can you tell it from the bed? Maybe it's only in the fair. Good grief's the one that's in your past. They say this good grief. How can you tell it from the bed? Maybe it's only in the fair. Good grief's the one that's in your past. This time my best wasn't good enough. Well, fuck, usually it is. And the air got a little rough. Took off the fuselage and engine and both wings. But I'm ready to work for this. Just show me where to dig. I'm willing to hurt for this. I know exactly what this is. Good grief. I want that good grief, the one that heals me, that leaves me clarified by fire when I'm burned clean, tempered by light and heat. On the dead of morning, I'll be better for it and then fortified I'll rise. Bust the hydrant, let it spray champagne. Wings are broken, but I feel no pain. It's real today. I know this feeling. Let it rain. They say this good grief. How can you tell it from the bed? Maybe it's only in the fact. Good grief's the one that's in your past. They say this good grief. How can you tell it from the bed? Maybe it's only in the fact. Good grief's the one that's in your past. Secrets don't like to be kept on mine. Jumped over the fence, I guess. I should be upset, but I'm in my nightgown on the lawn. Thinking better that they're gone. I've been afraid of this so long. It's a relief when it goes wrong. Oh, I'm here now, and death can melt me down. Recast me, burn me clean, like glass from sandy ground. 'Cause I'm here now, and death can melt me down. Recast me, burn me clean, like glass from sandy ground. Maybe it's just the one. Maybe it's just the one. Maybe it's just the one that's in your past. Good grief, good. How can you tell it from the bad? Maybe it's only in the fact. Good grief's the one that's in, the one that's in your past.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
So it sounds very complicated, but I was reading a bit about how neuroscience played into the writing of this record. So I was wondering if you could tell people how those themes made their way onto the record.
Okay, so in brief, I'd had a really lousy breakup that took like 10 years to do. And just wasn't getting over it at the rate that I thought that everyone else seemed to be able to get over their stuff. you know? So part is a science experiment and part is an effort to solve a real world problem. I ended up learning a little bit more about where romantic love lives, essentially, in the brain. I'd seen this really cool TED Talk, like late at night while drinking white wine, by this scientist named Dr. Helen Fisher. And she'd put all these people who had been recently dumped in fMRI machines. And then she had them think about, you know, the people they were in love with. And you could see, like, really reliably that there were 4 regions of the brain that would light up in activity. And I thought, oh, dude, like, if I could get in that fMRI machine, I could maybe find my love. And then I could pull it out and get rid of it and get over this dude. So yeah, I sent out a tweet that was like, hey, are there any neuroscientists who'd be willing to trade access to an fMRI lab for backstage passes to a rap show and whiskey? And I found somebody, Dr. Cheryl Ullman, shout out, at the University of Minnesota. Yeah.
And so how did the experiment go? Do you feel like it was successful?
It's good and fair question. I want to be careful in that, like, I don't want to frame it as like, here's my official neuroscience experiment, right? Because I'm only one person, and so that's not like scientifically significant at all. But as a single human being going through this process, I mean, first of all, it was kind of gratifying to learn more about how love affects your whole system, you know? I mean, it leaves a signature in your brain. I'm sure it leaves a signature in your hormones. It leaves a signature, you know, in the way that your eyes dilate. I mean, the whole deal.
Yeah, it feels intangible, but it's not.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. I think, or it's like all of these things taken together, you know what I mean, are gestalt and feel like this indescribable subjective experience, but you can measure it at all these different little places. Like in the same way, my heart is beating right now. I can't really feel that, but obviously it's what's enabling us to have this conversation, and yours is too. But I can measure the pulse all over the body, right? I can take it at my wrist, or I can take it at my neck, you know, or I could put a stethoscope to my sternum. And I feel in the same way, like you can tap into how the body's experiencing emotions in all of those ways, hormonally and electrically. And in my case, it was measuring it magnetically, you know, like where does the deoxygenated iron in your blood go in your brain when you think about someone you're in love with? That was a fascinating prospect to me. In short, though, I do feel better. I mean, I don't feel like I've been Men in Blacked. Like I haven't, you know, my memories haven't been erased, and I haven't like lobotomized myself. But yeah, after going through this protocol that I designed with another woman named Penny Jean Gracefire, we did manage to change some of the behavior of my brain by measuring my brain waves and then giving me a little burst of pleasant music every time my brain operated within certain thresholds.
Cool, and you have a really cool record to show for it.
Yeah,
also.
dude, forget that. I got a banging record.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So tell us about the next song.
Okay, so both of the tunes that we played are off the record Chime, which is what we just released. That one had been called Good Grief, and this one is called Half of You.
They say that your heart is the size of your fist. I can tell you firsthand, I know how that glove fits. It takes your whole life just to teach you 2 tricks. It beats and it attacks, and in between is all of love and loss attraction. You live your life between contractions, and you and I would do just that. But what if I could cure me of you? Am I so sure which pill I choose? Maybe I'm happier with half of you than I'd be with clean but empty rooms. In the mess it's made of us, there's still so much to lose. The key I swallowed, the lock you picked, all these spinning bottles, and I'm still the mark you missed. We should be a settled argument, but I can't do that. I can't remove the screws of my own youth. Can't just pull out all the fuses and start new. Can't erase and can't undo my past with you. But I know it's not the sort of thing you're supposed to show. If you can,
you're supposed to try to let it go. You just shoulder what you can and soldier through. But what if I could cure me of you? Am I so sure which pill I choose? Maybe I'm happier with half of you than I'd be with clean but empty rooms. In the mess that's made of us, there's still so much to lose. I get this feeling when I'm far away from home, that I don't know the girl I'd be if we'd left well enough alone. But what is well enough? But what is well enough alone? What if I could cure me of you? Am I so sure which pill I choose? Maybe I'm happier with half of you than I'd be with clean but empty rooms. In the mess it's made of us, there's still so much to lose. Maybe I'm happier with half of you than I'd be with clean but empty rooms. In the mess it's made of us, there's still so much. There's still so much left to lose.
Hey! For those of you watching at home, I'm gonna put you out under the bus. It's always a special thrill when someone who is eating lunch and does this all day occasionally turns and claps. And that just happened, which was my big win. Okay, thanks.
So, Chime is out now.
Time is out now.
Where can everyone see you next?
So we are 3 of the 5 members who are on tour. And yeah, we're just getting into it. So we've got a show that we'll be doing tonight, actually, at Rockwood, and we'll be hitting the whole country. So we've got shows in San Francisco and Denver and Portland and Seattle, and we'll be doing a big East Coast run as well. And if people want to check out the dates, they can follow me on Twitter at Dessa Darling, or on Instagram at Dessa, and that's with 2 S's.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
That was amazing.
Thanks.